Here we are, galloping along, lesson 76 and part 14. 14 little lessons on Mr. Hogan's book. Page 97, he's throwing a ball, or he's skipping a rock, as our American cousins say. We might say spinning a pebble, or in Scotland it's called whipping a pirrie. They actually have a national championships of whipping a pirrie across the harbour. So there's Mr. Hogan demonstrating a release of the right hand, and here he is demonstrating the release of a basketball or a medicine ball, and he's giving you a sense of pulling. So I think that when I spin a pebble with my index finger, I think I pull with my hips and my legs. I think there's a load of body action, but if I can't spin the pebble with the index finger, I'm going to struggle. So Mr. Hogan is showing us that when he goes through, the forearms release. Okay. And I love that image. Mr. Harmon said to me, a lot of people think that draw spin is the right hand flipping over the left. He says it isn't. It's the hands turning on the path they're on. So if I put that ball on the ball target, that's a lovely image, isn't it? Releasing the basketball. Now if you're a fader with a shallow plane, your ball won't rotate as much. It will stay more like that. But I'm not afraid to release my forearms in that manner if they're rotating on the path they're on. So releasing the ball was an image in Mr. Hogan's mind. Spinning a pebble was in his mind, and I'm a great believer in that myself. And often when you get little kids, they pick up a golf club for the first time, they pick it up cack-handed, and mum and dad think they're left-handed. It's a 95% rule. I can't say a guarantee, but if you get a kid and he's playing left-handed, just chuck a ball on the floor, ask him to throw it. He'll pick it up with the hand he wants, and he'll choose. Don't give him the ball. Throw the ball on the ground, get him to pick it up, and get him to throw it, or even better, mimic spinning a pebble. So the rule is, if you spin a pebble your right hand, you're a right-handed golfer. If you spin a pebble your left hand, you're a left-handed golfer. If you've been doing it wrong around for more than a year, it's too late to change. Just stick with it. So Mr. Hogan has talked to us about getting the top and clearing the hip. But in this section, he's also saying that the hands and the wrists and the forearms have a role as well. So there's a lot going on there, isn't there? I like the one-handed image, the pebble skimming image. It's not a bad thing sometimes to go out and just hit one-handed shots. Find out how good or bad your hand action is. There was a scientific reason for that, Duff. I missed it. So I'll try again. Turn. And then I hit a good one. Now, obviously, with one hand, it's harder for me to get the draw spin. But if I really time it, I can. So here we go. Just one-handed only. So when you're hitting shots like this, I believe you're doing the drill that Mr. Hogan gave us in the book. He got the medicine ball and he's got the pebble, but one-handed shots are a great way to practice. Takes a bit of time, and you can do it the left arm only as well. So I think you can see that once I've loaded my shoulder, I'm absolutely dependent upon the strength and creativity of my hands and my arms. Much stronger with two hands. So, Mr. Hogan is very clear about the setup. He's been very clear about the swing play and how the shoulder loads fully under the throat. And he's given us, not mixed messages, but he's given us different thoughts. Some of his thoughts have been to get the top and clear the hip. And other thoughts have been about throwing a ball or releasing a pebble. I don't mind. I think it's just a question of choice. I would reckon that if the ball was going right, your hands and your arms are a bit slow. If I saw the ball starting and going left, I think your hands and arms are a bit active. So we're mixing a cocktail of hips, legs, hands and arms and wrists. And that's why I can't be dogmatic about the downswing. It's a matter of choice, and therefore that becomes an art form. There's lots of ways of skinning the cat. So Jim Furyk will do lots of weird and wonderful things, but he still comes down to hitting the shot. How do I deal with it? Well, I always like to go back to hitting the shot. I think if I set up beautifully and load the power, if I hit the ball at 12:30 with neutral draw, I'm pretty sure the mix of shoulder, hips, feet and hands have been taken care of. Okay, so this is thoughtful, the setup. I load the shoulder to the max, okay, and I just release the club freely. You see, if I do that, I don't think I've got to think particularly about my hips, my legs, my weight shift, my hand action. I think it's for free. Prepare with your mind, load with your shoulder, and then just hit the shot.